right, we'll do a little 3, 2, 1. We'll kick this off. So without further ado, I'd like to call up Matt Simon, Disney Springs Vice President.
Thank you so much, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are thrilled to have all of you here with us today. Over the past few years, Disney Springs has transformed into the premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination in the world. And by bringing together the best brands in a beautiful environment inspired by Disney storytelling, where you truly can find your happily whatever you're after. And today, as we continue to evolve our Westside neighborhood, we are excited to officially welcome CityWorks, Eatery, and Poorhouse as our newest neighbor. Give them a hand. And we're thrilled to have them adjacent to the NBA experience. This restaurant is beautiful and will be a fan favorite for sports fans as the ultimate place to catch their favorite game and enjoy some delicious, classic American fare. And it is now my pleasure to introduce George Gross, our Vice President of Disney Parks and Resorts, Real Estate, and Operating Participants, Mr. George Gross.
Thank you all. I'm really happy to be here today and welcoming here the CityWorks crew. It was about 4 years ago that we actually met with these guys up in Chicago for the first time, and we knew instantly that this was going to be a hit with our guests here at Walt Disney World and at Disney Springs. They've got a lot of things going for them, but one, hospitality, and the team that they've hired, the team that they've got up in Chicago, world class, and you're going to see a lot of that. Number two, the menu. A lot of their specialty dishes are from scratch, great menu, and then you can't forget the beer. I think over 70 selections on draft. That's unmatched with very few places around, and it's really good. I've tried not 70 yet, but I'm getting there. So really, we're really happy. Great team. Please join me in welcoming the CityWorks team to Disney Springs and Walt Disney World.
I'm going to introduce our Chief Operating Officer, Mark Gray.
Because I think I mentioned earlier that this has been about a 4-year runway, I'm going to keep this short so that we can all get in there and enjoy some of those traffic we were talking about. But I would just like to say thank you, obviously, to our ownership group for understanding what an absolute amazing opportunity this was, and to seize on the opportunity to take advantage of this location. And then I obviously want to say thank you to our partners at Disney Springs for recognizing that we were going to be a good fit for this site, and we could not be more excited to be here in this location and be a part of the Disney family. So thank you all very much. Thank you to all of you for coming out, and we'll see you inside.
Thanks, Mark. All right, so without further ado, I'd like to call up our General Manager, Christy Davis, and we'll do a nice little countdown here, and we'll make this thing official, okay? All right, we'll do a little 3, 2, 1. Cheers to CityWorks.
In the making. So for this to finally get open today, we just couldn't be more excited. Disney reached out to us, and through the lease negotiation and the design and everything. It's been about a 4-year runway for us to get up and running.
Okay.
I think what a guest or a consumer is going to find when they come into CityWorks is they're going to find a very polished, upscale, casual dining and food and beverage experience. But with our commitment to audio and visual, they're also going to realize it's a great place to come and watch any sort of an event. Great place for sports, football, baseball, basketball, hockey. This is a great viewing experience. We really pride ourselves on being something for everyone.
Now, this is really like the first sports bar restaurant experience in Disney Springs. How do you see yourself fitting into the mix here?
Well, that's the genius of Disney. They're great matchmakers, and so I think when the NBA experience was getting up and off the ground, they had a goal of finding a nice complement for this space, and that's how we were able to get the opportunity to do this location.
Can you tell me a little bit about the chef team here and the operations, what it takes to get up a restaurant off the ground and ready for customers?
Yeah, our food is just classic American dishes with a contemporary upscale twist. So for instance, we have kung pao cauliflower, duck nachos, assorted flatbreads, burgers, filet medallion entrees. So we like to take traditional American dishes and see what we can do to make them more interesting and elevated.
Right. And on your team here at the restaurant, who's your head chef? What is their background?
Yeah, Corey comes from different restaurants here at Disney Springs, so he brings with him a great deal of experience about how to execute in this environment. As does Christy, our general manager. She worked at T-Rex for some time. So we have
That's a high pressure.
A lot of high pressure, high volume. So we've got good experience in the restaurant to help us navigate the Disney Springs market.
And after a guest is done dining here, what feeling do you want them to leave with?
We want them to feel like they just had a differentiated experience. That this is a little bit different than any other restaurant experience that they've had. And I think if they come in, they try some of our interesting offerings, any one of our 35, 40 local craft beers, and then also experience our AV music. I think they'll feel good about the experience.
All right.
And then, so you get to look through all the categories. All of our beers are separated by categories. Really easy to, really user-friendly to flip through. So you go to your favorite categories. Maybe you want a sour, maybe you want a pale ale, cider, seltzer, whatever you want. And you can build your own. So you tell your server which 4 that you want, or you can choose from these that are pre-selected right here. So what kind of beer drinker? What kind of beer do you like typically?
I like wheat beers. I like stouts and ambers and lagers.
Okay, perfect.
So
Let's
ales.
do some. Okay.
No IPA.
Have your assistance please here. So we'd like to build our own flight. So can I just...
you can choose, we have our flights already, but you can choose for your own flight.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so we're going to build our own. We're going to...
So your favorite Hefeweizen.
Okay. Yeah.
What kind of beer you guys like?
So he's thinking wheat. He's thinking what category out of the wheat would you select?
Yeah, do you have a favorite Hefeweizen?
Oh,
The Weizenfahner?
Yeah. All right, so we have the Weizenfahner, which is a wheat beer, the Sophie, and then the...
That was the oatmeal baby cakes?
Yeah, the oatmeal baby cakes, and then
the dirty blonde.
The dirty blonde down on the end there. So build your own flight, get to choose 4 6-ounce pours. I'm going to give them a try here. I'm pretty excited.